So what do you need to know about mothers' rights in child custody? First and fundamentally, there's no such thing as mother's rights per se. I mean, that would be an equal protection issue. So the law doesn't actually speak to mother's rights. A mother is a parent just like a father or just like anybody else with children. So I would be remiss, however, if we didn't acknowledge that a child custody case is a little bit different for a mother. And yes, that's based on maybe some socio-cultural history in the United States of America. Maybe it's based on where we live and work here in Alabama. But mothers do enter a child custody case from a different place, both in their lives and in our culture. And to not consider that would be to sell short the attention that your unique case deserves. What's interesting about mothers' rights in Alabama is having the advantage maybe in a child custody case. I mean, some of the fathers we represent, they might say things like, I know Alabama's all for the mother. Well, that's not completely true, and it's not even legally true. But if mothers do have an advantage in child custody case, we need to consider two things. How is that going to affect a mother's career? Maybe a mother is trying to invest and focus on their career. And if they get sole physical custody, that is going to affect their opportunity to invest in their work and their advancement. While a non-custodial father can work until 9 p.m. every single week and try to build their career that way. That's something that mothers need to think about if they do think that their career is important. The other thing, and it's kind of sad, it's the stigma associated with the results of custody cases for mothers. So if you run into folks at a party or a function or something, and you're talking to a guy, and he says, yeah, I see my kid every other weekend. I have visitation. You're like, oh, okay, that's great. A non-custodial father. I mean, you don't think that term, but yeah, we just kind of roll with that, right? If we're talking to a lady, a mother, and she's like, yeah, I see my kids every other weekend. It's like, huh? What's wrong with her? Like, that's the reality. So that perceived advantage that a mother might have in a custody case, that can result in an unfair stigma to a mother. That can result in undue pressure on their family life and their career. So mothers do to this day have some unique things to think about from their perspective and how the court system looks at a mother, how society looks at a mother through a child custody action and after a child custody action. And we want to do what we can to just acknowledge the reality of those situations, fair or unfair, and prepare for those situations and prepare our clients for how they want to approach those situations so that they can stand up for themselves as a person, as a mother, and as a parent, and as a professional, and whatever else we have the opportunity to do to prepare the mothers that we're proud to represent here at Foxtrot Family Law.